Now, live from CW31, this is Good Day Sacramento.
In the newsroom, find out what else is planned for you the next couple hours.
Hi.
Hey.
Charles handling the 7 o'clock.
Yeah, in the 7 o'clock today, this is the most amazing story you've ever heard of. No, it's not just another boring author interview. This guy is truly incredible. He's a dead man. He was pronounced dead at the scene of an accident, was later revived, spent 6 days in a coma in a hospital. Now he's getting ready to run in an ultra marathon. It is absolutely phenomenal. He's in our studio today.
Miracle story. Love it. I can't wait to meet him. All right.
Thanks very much.
Thanks. And 3 skydivers soared over the world's highest peak, but the record-setting jump wasn't cheap. We'll tell you how much it costs.
And he's getting ready to run an ultra marathon. That is 52 miles, but his story truly amazing. We're going to meet this young man up next. Just the cost of climbing that thing. It's 7:24 now. A Sacramento man has the most incredible story you'll ever hear. At the age of 20, Hal Elrod was hit head-on by a drunk driver on Highway 99, was believed dead at the scene, was revived on the way to the hospital miraculously, and spent 6 days in a coma.
After waking up, doctors diagnosed him with permanent brain damage and told him you'd never walk again. Now he's getting ready to run what we call an ultra marathon, and he's right over here. Hal Elrod joins us. How are you?
Hey, Nick, doing well.
Two things. How are you feeling now, and what's an ultra marathon?
I'm feeling extraordinary now, and an ultra marathon is a double marathon essentially. So you run 52 consecutive miles.
Wow, I've never heard of that. I mean, I think what's a regular marathon's what 26 something.
You run it once and then you run it again, and just back to back.
This you have a book out called Taking Life Head On, which is an interesting title considering you were hit head on by this drunk driver. And what's the first thing you remember after coming out of the coma?
About 6 days after being out of the coma, my first memory is being hoisted from the Modesto Memorial Hospital onto the back of the ambulance to go rehabilitate at Valley Children's Hospital. That's my first memory. Is I remember seeing the paramedics wheel me out.
At what point did the doctors look at you and say, you know, it's just, you're probably not going to walk again?
Well, I had 13 broken bones. I had a compound fracture in my femur, a compound fracture in my humerus, in my pelvis broken 3 places. It was based on all that.
That's the car, by the way.
Yeah.
That's amazing anybody survived that crash.
It is amazing anybody survived, and the pictures that we have of you in the hospital look so just painful and just staggeringly violent, the results of that crash. Did you make a decision in your mind that you were going to come out of it, or how did you get out of this situation? How did you improve your health that way?
A lot of it is, I mean, it's a miracle, but I think that a positive attitude had a lot to do with it. The doctors actually thought I was in denial because I was always so happy. And they were concerned, and they called my parents and said, you should talk to him. He seems like he's in denial. It's not normal for an accident victim to always be joking and laughing. And what they didn't realize was I just made a decision that I can't change it.
Were you always that way? Were you always a very happy, laughy kind of guy?
I was always more on the positive side.
Positive, yeah.
And I think that having a supportive family and just, I actually started in sales when I was 19, and they taught us, when you go out there on sales appointments, it's not always going to go the way that you want.
Yeah.
You got to learn to accept it and move on.
Right.
And you applied that same philosophy, really, to your healing?
Yeah, I called it the 5-minute rule, where it's okay to be negative, but not for more than 5 minutes. Curse, moan, whatever you got to do, but then there's no point in dragging it out or dwelling on it.
Wow.
You figure out, okay, what can I do forward? What's in my control? And that's what I did.
All right, what about this ultra marathon? When are you gonna do it?
October 19th. So what do we got? Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're in training now?
I'm getting a little nervous, but I am in training. I've ran 450 miles in the last 4 or 5 months to train for it, and I went from 0 to it'll be 52. I had never run before this.
You've never run before this?
No, not
I mean,
more.
you had a lot of energy. You just never did this kind of...
I ran a mile in high school, but since then I hadn't run a single time, and I had a belief that I hated running. I couldn't run.
And you speak now, too, right? You give sort of inspirational speeches, to schools, local high schools?
Motivational speeches. Yeah, I try to give back. Yeah. I talk to schools about drunk driving, and I speak for corporations, nonprofits all over the country for big organizations as well.
I think it's just incredible that you were able to mentally pull yourself out of a situation where a lot of people would have just given up. And I don't know if we got to the picture of you taking your first steps, what that must have felt like. And to go from that moment to this now, running 52 miles.
Yeah.
I don't even like driving 52 miles. To me, it just takes a long time. But I would never even consider running it. But you must feel that, I mean, you have such a second chance at life. Is there anything what are the other things you want to do? Running 50 miles is a great start.
That's a great question. I want to found a nonprofit where I take life coaching. Life coaching is what I do. That's my job, speaking and coaching. And I really believe life coaching can change the world. So I'm starting an organization where we put life coaching in high schools and teach students how to become coaches to coach each other.
That's probably a great time to start too, because kids at that age, really, they're looking for something. They're trying to figure it all out, and to kind of life coaching, as I understand it, kind of get you thinking about things that'll help gear your life to the way you want it to be.
Sure. I think we can all use support. And I know if it wasn't for mentors and support and family, I wouldn't have got through the accident the way that I
All
did.
right, where can you find the book, by the way?
Amazon.com.
Okay.
Taking Life Head On.
There you go, Taking Life Head On by Yo Pal Hal. Is that what you kind of go by in your motivational speaking?
I had a radio show at 15, and Mom said, "Why don't you be Yo Pal Hal?" And it just stuck.
Your mom named you?
Mom is always right.
All right. Well, I guess that's cool. I guess
Mom
that's
is always right. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Hal. It's great to meet you. Hal Elrod. You find the book, as he said, on Amazon.
By the way, we're going to link his website to ours, cw31.com. Find out more info. Good luck. Good luck in the race,
help
too.
support his run.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
400 beavers in one home. Don't call animal control. It's just another cookie collection this morning.
And a celebrity beauty secret that may gross you out.
Hours away now from what many are calling a critical showdown between John McCain and Barack Obama. Meantime, there's some mudslinging from both sides just days before the election. More in this live event from Florida with Governor Sarah Palin coming up next.
Now to nearly $1 trillion more in new government spending, and yet he never bothers